Whispers in the ward. The rain hammered against the cracked windows of Ravensbrook Asylum, a building that had been sealed off for nearly 40 years. Locals whispered about the screams that sometimes carried through the empty halls, even though the patients had long since vanished. Sam, a young journalist eager for a breakthrough story, ignored the warnings. He pushed the heavy doors open and stepped inside with nothing but a flashlight and his recorder. The air was stale, thick with mold, and smelled faintly of rusted iron. As he walked through the corridors, his boots echoed against the tiles. Broken wheelchairs lay abandoned, restraints dangling from them like skeletal fingers. On the wall, faint letters had been scratched into the peeling paint. They never left. Sam turned on his recorder. Day 1, exploring Ravensbrook Asylum. Locals report hearing voices, possibly just the wind. But it wasn't the wind. He found a door labeled Patient Files. Inside, cabinets had been overturned, papers scattered across the floor. He knelt down, picking up a folder. The patient's name was Evelyn Marsh. Her notes described violent treatments, electroshock 3 times daily, sensory deprivation, experimental drug injections. But the last page made Sam freeze. Subject, still responsive after declared deceased, keeps whispering through the vents. Staff instructed not to reply. A sudden metallic clang echoed from the hallway. Sam's flashlight flickered. When it steadied, the door was closed. He hadn't closed it. The corridors led him into a vast room lined with rusted surgical equipment. Chains hung from the ceiling. Bloodstains, dark brown with age, painted the tiles. Sam whispered to himself, "They did more than treat patients here." Behind him, something scraped. Slowly, he turned the beam of his flashlight. A wheelchair rolled across the room by itself, its wheels squeaking, until it hit the wall and stopped. Sam's breathing grew shallow. "Just gravity," he muttered, but he knew gravity couldn't push a wheelchair uphill. He pressed forward into the lower wards. The deeper he went, the colder it became. His breath clouded in the air. That was when he heard it, a whisper. "Sam." He spun around, the flashlight trembling in his grip. "Who's there?" The whisper came again, louder. This time, dozens of voices joined in, overlapping, crying, screaming, begging. "Help us! Let us out! It hurts! We're still here!" The walls themselves seemed to breathe. His recorder clicked on by itself. And then silence. At the end of the corridor was a single iron door. Carved into it were claw marks, deep gouges that tore through metal. Against every instinct, he pushed the door open. Inside was a padded cell. The padding had been ripped apart, the stuffing blackened with old blood. Shackles dangled from the walls, snapped in half. And in the center, sitting calmly on the floor, was a woman. Her hair was tangled, her hospital gown torn, but her eyes glowed faintly in the dark. Sam froze. His flashlight flickered. She smiled. "They never let me leave, but you came back." Before Sam could run, the door slammed shut behind him. The recorder in his pocket clicked once more, capturing his final words. "Oh God, please, no." The tape ended in a scream. Weeks later, the police found Sam's car outside Ravensbrook, but inside the asylum, they found nothing. No Sam, no recorder, not even footprints. But sometimes, on stormy nights, if you walk past the ruins, you can still hear his voice echoing from the padded cell. "Let me out."